Hey y'all, so before we get in this video, we're gonna show y'all a little cocktail that we had on our trip, and it was delicious. It was a crown apple sour. So I'm gonna make it really quickly before our guests get here. So it is crown apple, a red wine of your choice, lemon juice, you can do real lemon if you want to, simple syrup, and then we added in a little bit of this simple lemonade just to make it a little bit sweeter. That's what we like, so we added that in. So first I'm gonna add in is 2 shots of crown. I already have it poured, and I already have ice in my shaker, so we're gonna put that in first. And then you are going to do a shot of lemon juice. A shot of simple syrup. And then we're just gonna do like a shot or a little bit over a shot of lemonade. You don't need much. And then you shake it up. The directions say like 45 seconds, but I'm just gonna do something. Tavius is behind the camera, y'all. He here.
What it do? What it do?
All right, so you pour it in.
This is the best part coming up right here,
Yeah,
guys.
let's hope I do it right, guys, because you're supposed to have a bartender spoon. We don't own one of those, so I have a regular spoon. So
Pressure, the pressure.
yeah, this is supposed to float
Pressure
on top.
is on.
So you put that in like so.
Is she floating? Is she floating?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You
all
got
right.
your
I wanna
wine
go
float
over.
on top. You got your
All
wine
right.
float on top.
So there you have your crown apple sour. What's up, y'all? We back with another video. I'm Kanikia.
And I'm Octavius.
Tedra.
Bum, 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 bum.
This is Tim.
We had a conversation before
And we are KO Love.
Yeah, what it do? What it do? Let's get into it.
All right, so we have our really good friends here tonight. We're gonna have a little what are we gonna call it? Love talk.
We're gonna have a love talk. You know, love talk with
KO
cocktails.
Love.
With cocktails, as you probably saw in the beginning of the video or early in the video, my lovely wife over here made her special cocktail. We blended in a little mix of something we brought from vacation. You know, so we have those here. We're ready to go, but we can't skip past the fact that we have two wonderful individuals here, a couple that's in our life that's more than just a cousin or you know, just friends. They like brother and sister to us. And so we wanted to bring them in to have an engaging conversation.
And follow them on YouTube also.
There we go. Throw them up there.
We'll put their name in there.
We'll put the names at the end of the video. That's right. But anyway, let's get into it. So we wanted to have kind of like a conversation piece. So you can go ahead and go into what we
so we have 3 questions that we have been given, and we're just gonna kind of conversate about it. So the first question is, how do you communicate effectively?
How do you communicate effectively? You want to start it off?
Timothy.
Really? How do you communicate effectively, especially? Which I don't want to go into the next question, but especially in the climate that we're in right now, a lot of families going through a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things going on. How do you communicate effectively between you two to make sure you stay on the same page?
Well, Shabu is a talker.
Okay.
Versus me, where I'm not as talker as Shabu is, but he's a talker. So a lot of that is we just talk.
But that brings up an interesting thing. So you saying he's a talker, you're not a talker, so does it make it hard when you're trying to get through things or trying to talk?
For sure.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
I've gotten better.
No, yeah, she gotten better, but for sure. Me personally, I don't like the sweet stuff up on the rug. Like it has to be talked and then settled.
we have another couple that's in the room too. That's behind the camera. They don't want to be on camera, but we're gonna get them on camera. We're gonna get them on camera before the night over with. Yeah. But no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But no, for real though, I like to talking over it before I let it just go. You know what I'm saying? Just not settled. It has to be settled before I go to bed. And so I'm gonna talk till I feel like we both got the same kind of mindset about whatever we're going through. But if it's not like that, she's fine with saying her words and just going to sleep.
But you can't.
But no, I mean, it has to be settled. And, you know, she don't like going to bed mad. So she'll be like, look, so we got to just talk about it or whatever. But me, no.
You got to talk it out too.
But I'm talking it out. And then, you know what? And by me talking it out, it pisses her off.
That's what I was just getting ready to say.
So, well, it makes you mad for you, like, leave it alone.
Yeah. Or like, once I say what I gotta say, like, I don't have anything else to say.
You don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I guess this is what comes up for me because I guess I think I would probably be talking in a relationship as well. What you think? Yeah, I think I'm the person that wants to talk it out and kind of break everything down until we get completely past what it is that we're going through. But I think that something that I learned in a recent kind of back and forth that we were having or whatever, I learned that putting your energy into trying to get the other person to see your perspective, right? Like putting so much energy in trying to get the other person to see your perspective and your way of thinking is a dangerous place to be in, because one thing that I had to finally come to the conclusion of is that men, this is a generic statement that we all hear all the time, whatever, but men and women are not the same people. I never really I understood what that meant, but in going through some of the situations that we have gone through, it has really dawned on me that is really a true statement. And when you try to go so hard and spend so much energy in trying to get the other person to see something that they will never see the way that we see things on our side, because we just on the opposite sides of the spectrum. So I think I had to learn that instead of using my energy and wasting a lot of energy and taking the argument deeper and deeper and deeper into the hole by trying to get her to see my side of things, I had to then flip and turn around and start to just work on myself. You know what I'm saying? I had to start saying, you know what? I gotta just be better. I gotta be better for myself, and then in turn, hopefully, she loves me enough that she'll see me doing what I gotta do for myself to make myself better, and then she'll do the same thing too, and she'll match what I'm doing. And so that's what I had to kind of learn through the relationship. So that's how I'm now starting to communicate effectively. What about you?
Listening, because I don't listen. I just be quiet and wait for you to finish saying what you have to say so that I can get my point across. So, like, actually listening to what he has to say and taking it in instead of just trying to hurry up and just have a response. Oh. So, that's my takeaway.
Yeah, listen. Okay.
And we definitely have to work on going to bed mad, because we don't mind going to bed mad.
Nah, we're going to bed mad now.
Yeah, we will. I mean, I be mad, like, now what if something happen, like, I still pray for him, love you, good night, but...
Yeah, no, I need to be.
But, yeah, because... Yeah. We'll have to work on that.
Yeah.
You get there.
Yeah.
It's important. When this one make me mad, I still text and be like, love you, have a great day.
Yeah. What do you think is in you that make you like that? Like, that make you so...
Because the thing about, what if you, like, y'all had a terrible argument, and the next day, you didn't tell that person you love them, and then they go out and something happens to them, and he's like, dang, the last thing I said to them was this, last thing I said to them was that.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that part of it, because I think we all should think that way, like, as far as, like, because that could happen, right? But we don't do it, though. But it's something in you that makes it so serious for you that you can't look past it. You gotta do it. You know what that is, or you just...
I just want to, like, make sure that I know that I said this to him before.
Yeah, he didn't want to do the last
thing.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you? Same thing. I mean, I know, like you said, you're breaking down things and effectively communicate. You said that you like to talk things out, but how do you effectively talk it out, though? You know what I mean? Like, just talking and trying to hear it and work it out, sometimes it's not effective. That's a part of the question. But how do you think, what has been successful for y'all to communicate?
What hasn't been successful?
Yeah.
I feel like that when I'm mad, I want her to be mad. So like, if I'm mad about an argument, she just calm with it.
Oh yeah.
I need to feel my emotions.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say something I might not mean.
Yeah.
But I want you to get there with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I might not mean it.
But do you realize in saying that?
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I do realize I should have said that.
So on the things that actually work, like the times that it actually worked for you to break through to her when you was talking, what was that? I think that's what we're trying to get to. Like, what's effective? What worked for you to break through to your wife?
I guess to get us to see each other's point of view. Like, well, I saw it this way because this is how you came across. And you're like, well, that's not how I meant to come across, but I can see how you felt that way.
Yes.
So I guess
Are you like that now?
yes, I got better. Don't play me.
I'm saying that it took you a long time. Like,
he'll give you like a whole book, and then he'll get mad if I give him like 2 sentences or whatever back to what he said. But that was my response, and then it's over.
That means
So this I don't have a whole book to give.
That means your thought wasn't in there. Like if
you don't know my thought was in there.
See, this goes back to what I just said as far as the perspective of a man and a woman. Right? This is where we can. Oh my God! This is where we can get dangerous. It can get dangerous. We can get caught in the trap of trying to make sure or trying to fight so hard or think or assume that they supposed to feel on the same on their side the same way that we feel on our side, because what works for us or what moves us or whatever is totally different thing for them. So I was just explaining this to one of my boys earlier this week. I'm like, we built different. It's as simple as that. And if you could finally come to that realization that we are just built different, it's never gonna be the same thing. We can try to come in the middle. We can try to meet halfway, but it's never gonna be the 100% same thing. And if I can finally get my mind wrapped around, she's not gonna feel and think the way I feel, then it kind of will shorten the argument for me. Because then I just say the only thing I can do in this situation is just try to work on myself and try to be the best me. And once again, hopefully she sees it, and then she does the same thing, and then that's how we mesh back together. But that's the same thing that I was doing, assuming or thinking that she should just be feeling this, but she should just do this.
Yeah, I did so.
And I think that's where the disconnect happens when you
Couple in the back, y'all have anything to say?
Yeah, because I saw a lot of.
What do you guys think? You don't have to be on camera with you. What is your opinion?
Yeah. Speak from the back, like
they can just hear your voice.
Yeah. How do you communicate effectively?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I'm touching on.
Okay.
I'm the type of person. We have differences, and she want to talk it out. Okay, fine. You got a problem with what I said, what I did? Cool. Okay, talk to me about it. But this one right here. She'll start on Monday telling me what the problem is. It won't end to Friday. By that time, well, I'm on 1,000 in. I'm ready to go to war. Not physically, but mentally.
What do you mean? Like she'll start telling you what the issue is on Monday, but what you mean?
She wanna just. We have a problem. She wanna just keep talking about it. Keep talking about it. I'm like, look. Let me.
Is it because
that's because he does not listen?
I'm not a child, first of all. Go ahead.
That's because he does not listen.
You about to let me turn this camera around.
He wants to basically just be done with everything. We can be in the middle of a heated argument.
Yeah.
Used to, but he's better now.
Okay, because she gave me
She used to.
He will put me on hold to answer the phone to talk to somebody else.
In the middle of
because I'm done. I want her to hang up.
Exactly.
I done stayed on the phone 2 hours. Okay.
But how do you respond to what it is that she's complaining about? Because that could also be a reason why I stretch out. You know what I'm saying? How do you respond to?
She asked me a question, I give her an answer. It's like we're not going to agree on it. So I tell her, I'm like, look, baby, I love you. We're not going to agree on it. So let's just drop it. She don't want to drop it. Her thing is she want me to see it her way. She want me to see her way. I'm not yelling, baby. She want me to see it her way.
Right back to what we just said.
But hold on. Let me tell you how I have fixed that.
Okay.
Then we had that situation. I let her talk. I don't say nothing. I'm like, okay, cool. All right, I understand. Okay, cool. Okay. All right, cool. I understand. I sit there and just take it. And she'll be quiet. She'll be like, okay, well, that's all I got to say. I'm like, okay. And I think about what she was talking about. Give me some time to, to collect myself. And I go back to her and we have a conversation. And then, it's not like it was.
That's an example of effectively communicating.
Exactly. You can't have two people just continue to argue. Somebody going to have to just back down. And at this point, I'll be like, okay, I do it.
That's
You know
what works
I'm
for
saying?
y'all. Like that's an
But that's
example
good
of
though. It's like
how you effectively communicate.
exactly.
But
Because when it's heated like that, you gotta let
It's
it calm
hard.
down.
Yeah, it's
I don't mean
hard.
to turn it back around on her because I love her.
Make sure you say that first.
But a lot of times she can't do no wrong.
Okay.
Or I take that back. Excuse me. Take it back. A lot of times she had like what she said is not wrong. She got to be right. She has got to be right.
But you know what that is though.
You got to
wrong.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of
That's
times
what.
I am right. I'm not saying that I'm always right.
But
Yeah.
most of the time.
But
But she's not right. She can't prove
Look,
it.
y'all, but look, I hate to say it, but that goes right back to what we just said.
Listen.
You right from your perspective.
For instance,
You know what I mean?
it's a lot of things now that we used to disagree on. Well, he'll come back to me now and say, babe, you know what? You told me this before, but you know what? You were right.
Oh,
So now, certain things.
Can I get some of that credit?
So,
Yeah, you
can
can
say
say
that
that
because
you
you
can come back.
Oh, no. I'm talking about some of the stuff I done said. You wrong. You came back to me, be like, baby, you were right.
That's not what we're talking about.
That's the credit I want.
But she giving you credit because you admitted
She gave me
you're
credit.
wrong.
Yeah, y'all both did. Let's end this on a good note, man. Y'all both saying the same thing.
Yeah.
But that's good. I think that's good. Like I said, that's exactly what we were just talking
Yeah,
about.
it's
Try,
hard.
go ahead.
I just say you're just two separate people. Like you have your own thought process, and you're not gonna always agree on what the other person says.
Yeah.
You think one way, they think the other way.
Yeah.
And I will say this, I don't mean to cut y'all because I don't want to take up all y'all time.
Go ahead.
But she does have this thing, like my sister said, that no, Shabubu said, like,
which is not his sister.
yeah, my brother like his sister. Yeah. He look like my sister now. If y'all look at his hair, but anyway,
He's growing his hair out, y'all. He's going through something.
she don't want to go to bed mad.
Yeah.
Me, I go to bed mad.
I know I gotta get out.
I go to bed. I'm stubborn like that. I'm like, she like, well, what if you die tomorrow and blah blah blah. I just die tomorrow. Which is the wrong way to think.
It is.
Which is the wrong
So
way.
do you not?
Go ahead.
So do you not think about like going to bed, man? Like what can happen to her the next morning?
Yeah.
No.
I don't. I ain't gonna even lie.
No.
I don't. No.
That's what Tech got me better on. Like she like, well, what if something happens to me tomorrow morning?
But you know, me and my sister, we got that gene. We got that from our mother. We got it.
That's why she like you.
You fucking right.
Yeah, we got it from our mothers like that.
You know what I think though? We get confused. I think we get confused with going to bed mad and having to resolve the argument, right? You don't have to necessarily go to bed mad and with grudging feelings against the other person without agreeing with them or closing out the argument. You can just simply do like you just said. Let them know you love them and let them, before you go to sleep, make sure that the last thing you say to them is not something that's crazy or hurtful. But we can still talk about and resolve the situation in the morning or whenever we get to it. But I don't have to get it right with you to go to bed not mad at you. You know what I'm saying? Like we can, you know.
Some people look at it as in, okay, I'm giving in. Which is the wrong.
That's the wrong way
to think.
That's the wrong way, especially in a relationship where it's never gonna be a time where you just 100% get everything that you want, or you know what I mean. So it's got to be that give and take. It's got to be that give and take. It's got to be that balance. Yeah, that compromise balance. Like pick your battles. Like we used to hear the old folks say all the time. Pick your battles, and I'm learning that. Like you don't gotta argue and pick out every single little thing. That's on both sides, right? You don't have to.
That's why I shut it down.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
all right, I think we need to get to the next question. Let's get to the next question.
That was a good one.
That was.
So the next question is, how has COVID affected your relationship?